What does your community look like? I'm not talking about the town or city that you live in or your physical surroundings. Who are your people? Today we're starting a new Daily Dose series, Overcoming the Fear of the Unknown. My name is Brandon Vasquez, and I'm the campus pastor over at our Palma Valley campus. And today we're talking about community. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says this, "Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing." Here at North Coast Church, we value deeply a sense and the idea and the practice of community. And what that looks like and what that means is basically, who are the people that you have surrounding you in your life? I had this conversation with my son yesterday. He's 8 years old, and I was bringing him home from soccer practice. And I talked about how some friends throughout our lives will come and some friends will go. And the people that we have as friends right now, we might not be friends with even 6 months from now or 6 years from now. And I had this conversation because he was meeting all these new people on his soccer team. And that's it's an overwhelming feeling. And he's on his second school. We had him in school at San Marcos and now over in Palma Valley. And I just talked about in my own experience, hey, buddy, I know that it's good to have a good friend. It feels good to have a good friend or two or five or six. But sometimes friends come and sometimes friends go. But there will be special ones, Vincent. There will be special ones that stand out to you, that you connect with, and they connect with you. And those are the ones that you need to hold tight to. Maybe having a community full of friends or supporters in your life has always been something that's come naturally. And just because of your personality, you're outgoing, you walk into a room and you can make a friend like that. And then for others of us, it's harder to do. And maybe you're sitting, listening to this, wherever you are, at whatever age you are, and you're feeling alone. And when you hear that word community, that's something that is kind of scary, and it's you're kind of fearful of it. And what does that look like, and what does that mean? Something I've learned over my life is that a good friend could come along at any time. I'm 43 years old now, and I can honestly tell you right now that my best friends came into my life when I was 30 years old. That doesn't mean I didn't have friends up until that point, but the best friends, the truest sense of real, raw, honest community that I entered into was at 30 years old. It's not too late to find your community, your people. Over at our Palma Valley campus, we take communion as a church body once a month. And one of the things that I remind our people of is that the night before Jesus was to be crucified on the cross, to die this excruciating death that he knew was coming, he chose to spend the night before that with his closest friends. He sat around a table and broke bread, and he did that with the people closest to him. When others, like myself probably, would have taken that night to go and sulk somewhere or be anxious and bite my nails off and be alone and cry in some, who knows where, some corner, some dark corner, he decided to be with his friends. What does that say about Jesus' value of community? What does that say about how he views community? And if the Last Supper is a picture of Jesus' importance of community, what should that say to us? We'll see you next time.